Hey, it's Hayden Smith here at Smith Motor Company. This is a Express H20 bay, fresh from the factory. Still got a little wrapping on it. This is a classic boat. We have sold literally hundreds of these here at Smith Motor Company. Hyperlift hull, best ride in the gang for this size boat. It's a boat that I kind of have some personal attachment to. I owned one for 6 years. It's really one of the first boat that, well, my boat was the reason we started selling express boats. So it all started with us with the H20. This is a boat that is very at home in the bay. I've pushed it out a good bit farther than that. Very dry ride for the size, very nimble, very light. This one is equipped with an iPilot trolling motor. So for 2024, they updated the console. It now has a tackle organizer. And also the bait well is now a fiberglass hinged lid versus the cushion being screwed down to a hinge and then the hinge screwed to the console. That was always a problem. It stripped eventually. This is a very robust design. It's not going anywhere. The catwalk's really nice. It actually does not take up any floor space. So you can see my leg here is up against the side, but it's actually got a little bit of room there. So it's just kind of taking up that flared out portion. It makes it where you can easily walk from the rod box back to the rear deck. Moving to the other side of the console, this is something that I just adored about this new console. I'm 5'9". I always kind of struggled in this boat to get comfortable. They added a footrest here, something to brace off of. That makes just the world of difference. To be able to push on something while you drive, it makes it so much more comfortable. The old console didn't have that, so your feet just kind of hung, or they had to go on the footrest here, and it really wasn't that ergonomical. The addition to that, even though it's something small, maybe you wouldn't even notice it, is a huge thing. 8-person capacity. These rate for a 115 unless they're ordered from the factory with hydraulic steering, and then they rate for a 150. The 115 is an excellent pairing on this boat. Very good fuel economy. You're going to run 41, 2, 3 miles an hour. The big thing in a boat this size, if you're doing what it's intended to do, which is go out in the bay and fish the marsh, unless it is perfectly slick, you're not going to go wide open anyways. So in a lot of ways, I feel like the 150 is wasted on this boat, because it's capable of going faster than you're going to need to go. Also, the weight saving is significant, so you're going to get a better draft with the 115. Express did away with the analog fuel gauge, speedometer, and went to an RPM trim fuel gauge. It's all in one with an hour meter. I really like that. In the past, we've had a lot of troubles with those water pressure driven speedometers. They just don't hold up very well, and we're always replacing them, and they're not very accurate. So now you do have your speed in your GPS, which is 100% accurate, and you don't have to worry about the water pressure driven speedometer going out constantly. Went from 3 rod holders to 4 in this console as well. You have not 1, not 3, but 5 cup holders in the console, which is pretty nuts if you think about it. 1 in each catwalk. So that's a total of 2, 4, 6 cup holders in this boat. The classic flip seat. Other companies have copied it. Express was the original. Built-in ice chest on both sides. These hold ice really well. I've done some testing with it. Your trolling motor batteries go underneath the console. Your cranking batteries in the rear. Moving up here to your storage. You have two good-sized rod boxes, not like the X-Bay. The X-Bay has rod coffins. These are rod boxes, but you still have a ton of room for rods here. I always really enjoyed this. So the front hatch here has this plastic tray that's removable. And underneath it, the whole front deck storage. So what I would do on my boat is put your bulky stuff, your life jackets, anchor ropes, stuff that you didn't really use very often but you had to have with you, down in there. And then I kept sunscreen, a towel, maybe some extra fishing gear in this tray, and I would actually take it, pull it out, take it inside my house and pack it for the day. And then just drop it down in there and you had everything ready to go. It also kept everything really dry, being in this tray that's elevated like this. You also have a little lip, metal lip here that goes around. There is no true dry storage in an aluminum boat. These boats, on the storage side, I would say they're moderately dry. So like if you're driving somewhere and it rains as you're going, your stuff's not going to be soaking wet. But if you leave it out in the weather, you know, for a month and it rains a whole lot, you're going to have some water in your front boxes for sure. Express went all out with a really nice removable plug here. I mean, this thing is super heavy duty. It's not some junky plug. Bow trim, Minn Kota removable slide bracket, which is really important for these because the bow roller does tend to hit on certain angles of certain launches. The windshield and windshield rail does fold down. They also went to a more contoured seat in 2024. This holds you in a lot better. It's not just a flat cushion. If you have any questions about this boat, my name is Hayden Smith. 601-408-8898 is my cell. This boat can be seen at smithmcmarine.com along with dozens of other H20 bays, 22 bays, and Express inventory. We're Express's largest volume dealer, 6 years running. Maybe actually longer than that. It's been a long time, guys. We've been selling a lot of Express boats for a really long time. The H20 is very nostalgic to me. It was my first real boat, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and sometimes I wish I had never sold it. Hayden Smith, 601-408-8898, smithmcmarine.com. Thank you, guys.